Hey guys, it's Carlos, the BJJ Physio. I'm here with my man Sid, absolute killer at Lorton Capital, and we have some questions from a subscriber about triangle problems. We're going to cover this in a couple different ways. There's issues that are happening around the hip, issues at that hamstring and at the calf, all of which can make the triangle a little tougher to squeeze on, make it harder to maintain control, and then ultimately just cost you more energy than you need. So we're going to get in triangle position. Really easy. Sid probably snaps out of my closed guard anytime he wants to in real life. So we're going to set up a kind of a very kind version of this. I'm here working for this triangle, and the first thing we want to make sure is that when we get this bite, I don't bite straight down, and I'm trying not to cross my feet back over here. I'm trying to get some rotation, and that's the first issue we're going to deal with in our exercises of this, is how we get this hip rotation sufficient so I'm not doing more with my hamstring. Secondly, if this calf and toe are not up in this angle, dorsiflexion, not plantar flexion, my hamstring's going to work really hard. So we're going to discuss some stuff that makes your hamstring much stronger so that when we get to this position and I bite across with a lot of room, it becomes much more difficult for Sid to just snap up and break and resume good posture. All right, so let's break up here. And in a second, we're going to cover up some of the insights for hip, hamstring, and calf mobility to improve your triangle. All right, guys, so the first question we had, or the first issue that we're running into, was that hip. We're going to get Sid in a position, two different kinds of stretch for this kind of rotation, both of which are going to help get that lock, get that position of the rotation so we can keep posture down. Sid, if you'll just go ahead and sit on your butt, like so. Okay. And now, grab your right knee and go and lie down with it. Okay. Perfect. So, Sidney's knee is above his belt line. The next bit, he needs to get that knee across his belly button. So he's going to push that over this way. And with his right hand, he's going to hold that there. And his left hand is going to slide down toward his shin. And as long as this knee stays in place, when he adds rotation, he's getting a nice gentle stretch of those external rotating muscles of his hip. All of that is going to assist him in getting the knee and shin across the back to maintain good postural control of his opponent. Okay, so this is our open chain version. The one I like better, though, is closed chain. So we're going to sit up, and let's get in kind of this S position. And so what Sidney's going to do is the same basic stretch, but he's going to sit deep on that hip, and he's going to get both hands or elbows in front of him. Notice, if he were to flip upside down, that knee is outside of that belly button. So we're just going to start walking his hands to the right. His belly button eventually will start getting to the other side of his knee. This is a more advantageous momentum, a more advantageous leverage for this hip, and then he can come back in this direction. And in this guy, we usually get less guarding and more mobility. So if the hip portion of that triangle is the place you're getting stuck, this closed chain manipulation, super useful. All right, give that one. Okay, guys, and the next bit of this triangle issue that our training partners are having is kind of an issue between the hamstring and the calf. And so, like we described before, if that hamstring is coming down and locking that person down without that rotation, it's a lot of effort there. The cool thing is, while one side, if you're a right-handed triangle choker or a left-handed triangle choker, while one side is doing that gripping and holding, the other side explosively has to go up. So this exercise here is going to be a great one on both ends of it. Okay, guys, so for that hamstring, here's what we're going to do. The basic movement is a single-legged hip bridge, but we also do a version with a partner, and I think it's a terrific way to make this more about the moves, Jiu Jitsu, and what the triangle's demands are. So the basics are, we're going to do a single-leg hip bridge. I'm getting up on my toe, I'm explosively driving up, and I'm coming back down. While that is working the extensors of my leg, go ahead and set up in that position for me, Sid. This is basically just the reverse action of him pulling down. So we can kind of pull down, lift up, get up on that toes, go. One movement, shot, boom, nice. Down all the way, explosive again. Up, good. So he's working the hammy and the glute on this side, and if this gets strong, that will also get strong on this side. So then we'll just switch sides and do a bunch of reps going that way. So that one down, this one up, envisioning that hip drive to catch that triangle, boom, and up. And then let's do another one where we get that heel off the ground and toes are high. Up, boom, good. One more I want to do in our partner setup. So go ahead on down, Sid. I'm going to put you in my closed guard. Sit up, face me. And so I could just do this using my foot as the anchor and my solid partner as come back down. Okay? Sit up again. Okay? I'm really driving my cheek, my hamstring are all getting involved, and I can work on getting that bite across the back with my hip rotated out. So that's another great way to do the same drill with a partner and make it so that it feels like you would when you were doing a triangle choke or attempting that bite. All right. Okay, guys, the last bit of this that will really get in the way of a solid and efficient triangle is that ankle-calf sort of relationship here. As I had mentioned before, if my hamstring's trying to bend, but my brain knows my hamstring is not yet equipped for this, maybe not strong enough, it's going to plantar flex my ankle, that is, point my toes down, and my calf is going to do its best to help my hamstring. And the calf is a knee-bending muscle, but it's just not really good at it. So let's get the mobility up in our calf and our ankle, and then make our calf stronger. So we're going to half kneel, something like this. And what I want Sid to do is he's going to keep really a lot of weight on that heel, and then he's going to just rock his hips forward. If you'll notice, his ankle is going into a dorsiflexion, or like a toes up position, and then he's going to back off. But what I want him to do is find that instant when that heel wants to pop up. So let's do like one more, and find that line right there. Okay, so maybe he backs up a little. And what I would ask people to do is spend some time in that area. Oscillate, kind of get a couple more degrees. And then once we've got the mobility, we need to get a little bit more strength in it. So a great one for Jiu Jitsu is kind of a ground-based one. We're going to go push-up position, and we're going to cross my foot behind the ankle and calf I want to work. And then what we're doing is real high toe raise. He's going to raise his hips up high and push on his tippy toes, and then back down all the way, expressing all the new motion that we found in his ankle and foot. Right? Two more. Way high, and then back down. Let's do one more where your hips go way up in the air. Go. Up. There you are. And back down. All right, relax. So on top of our hip, our hammy, and our knee, and that calf, if you can perfect a few of these little bits, it'll make your triangle more efficient from the bite all the way to the finish. All right? Get rid of those triangle problems and go train. Those